Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people, and my nap kings and queens. I am Tamika Armstrong, also known as Nap to Be. This is my Sunday rant of all the things that I have done during the previous week. But if you follow me on this channel, I do live streaming of outfit of the days, get ready with me, everyday looks, do lifestyle, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, little DIYs, crafts, and cooking. And make sure that you follow me on all social media apps. My links will be down in the description. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And go back and check out all of my live streaming here on my channel. And check out my community posts. I have something for everyone on there. I said all that to say this. The title, I said, be grateful. And then with my Sunday rant, I just kind of like just go with the flow, things that I want to say that I have up in here, you know. So I know I've said this before, and I'm going to keep repeating it. I'm glad that I started from where I was with what I had. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I keep saying it, because I kept saying, and I guess you could say it was a little bit of procrastination. I was like, oh, I needed the proper tripod. I needed the proper equipment. And I kept seeing videos and things that was coming to me about people saying, just start where you were. And then I kept hearing these whispers, our whispers from God, and I just ignored it. So I was like, okay, you're on other social media apps. I'm glad that I had already previously, started building on my channel, but not being consistent, if that makes sense. So again, I'm very thankful and grateful. People may say, "Why?" I'm thankful for all that I went through, the setbacks, the delays, the distractions, even me being a little bit procrastinating. I'm glad I started from where I was with what I had, because in reality, I had everything that I needed to start. Everything. I had everything. And then, and this is nothing towards me. I'm talking, speaking for me, because I'm at that age that I can speak a little wisdom, because I'm at that age that I can do that. I have a lot of things, and I was like, okay, I guess the main point was I was looking at other influencers, and what I mean by that, because they had the equipment and they was able to do the different editing on their videos. So I had to come up with a way like, hey, you love fashion, you love beauty, lifestyle, all the things that you was asking to do. And I just stepped out. I just stepped out on faith, and I did it. I started from where I was. I had everything I needed. I had the phone, the tripod, and the clothes. I have multiple things to make content. So, and then that's why I say make intentional purchases. Be mindful with the things that you buy. I don't care if it costs $10 or $100. If you know me, they say I'm somewhat frugal, but I'm not frugal. I just make sure, I guess no one understood, it was intentional purchases. I don't like to waste money, and I don't like to waste food. I don't like to waste things like that. Now, one purchase that I have that I do regret are these white shoes. I love the thought of, now, let me be clear. White shoes, you have to have a certain white shoe. A certain particular white shoe. So now, I love the cork. Now, when I saw them and I tried them on in the store, I thought I liked them. But when I paired them with the things that I have in my wardrobe, because right when let me just say, during this whole time of making purchases, I've had the thought process of always creating content for a very, very long time. I mean, a very long time, probably like back in, which I should have just started then, but everything's happened for a reason. That was just not my timing. Back in 2008, I can name, sorry about that. I think my Wi-Fi is kind of disconnecting, but sorry about that. So I was saying, I've been trying to do, I've always had the thought process of creating content back in 2008, 2009. And, you know, and I always have made the conscious effort of what I'm gonna do with content. And I knew the niche that I want to go to. Yes, it may be all over the place, but that's just me. I just like lifestyle, fashion, beauty, DIYs, crafts, and cooking. That's just something that I like. So if you just joining me, thank you so much. My Wi-Fi keeps going in and out. So charge it to my head, not my heart. Make sure that you go back and rewind to the beginning of my live streamings. Check out my live streamings here on my page. Check out my community posts. Again, thank you for following me. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share, turn your notification bells on, and follow me on all social media apps. My links will be down in the description box. And I introduce myself again. I am Tamika Armstrong, also known as Nap TV. I was talking about making intentional purchases. Doesn't matter if it's $10 or $100. Yes, I keep repeating it because these, as again I said, I don't know what part of that my Wi-Fi disconnected. I like the shoes in the store, but once I got them home and tried them on with the pieces that I have in my wardrobe, they didn't work. I've been excuse me, I've been having the thought process all the way back from 2008, 2009 to do content, to create content. And you know, this is just one, I don't know. As I stated, I don't know if I'm going to sell these or give them away because I have not worn them. They are new. I like the cork on them because it can break up. It doesn't seem so white. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another try, but they're super comfortable. They are a good shoe. They're by a good company, so they're not a bad shoe. And then I talked about, yes, you may have heard it again. Now, when I talked about all these nail polishes, at the time when I purchased them, I thought about creating content, but not to the extent that I have had these visions and these, this creativity of what all I could do with nail polishes or rim. You just have to think outside the box. Can't give everything away. You just got to think outside the box. And the colors that I chose are now current because I've seen so many, I guess you would call it more major brands of nail polishes with these particular colors. Like this is the color ash nude. It will be linked down in the description box. Now, this is my opinions, my personal opinions. I bought this with my own coins. This video is not sponsored, but hey, it can be. This is the best formula. If you can find these in stores, this is the best formula. I have the other two, and they just don't do it for me. I don't know. This is the best formula. Now, how old this formula is, I don't know, but I know they was in my local dollar store, and I have at least 20 some. And if I see different shades when I'm in there, when I get a chance to go, I do get more of these because this is the best formula. And another intentional purchase. Now, I was in training. As you know, if you've watched any of my previous lives or videos, I was an investigator with CPS. That's a whole nother story. But anywho, moving right along. I was, when you go in training, they you have your training hours, and then you can do whatever you want after that. It's just making sure that you study and be able to pass those exams, because there's no point of going out of town and don't pass the exam, because that's not good. So I don't take tests twice. Take tests one time. That's it. That's just me. So this is a bag that I got. And the reason why I'm showing this bag is because I forget what it is. It's a designer bag. And you don't have to get a designer bag. What I mean by intentional purchases, there are leather bags. There are nice leather bags. If you can't get, say for instance, a designer bag, get a leather bag. Get something that is well made, has the shape to it, is of quality, because it's quality over quantity. Because but anywho, I have a designer bag. Would I purchase them again? Yes, I would. I would love to go and redo that experience all over again. I have no problem with my designer bags that I have. So, and I always say, why I'm so grateful and thankful, because all that I went through made me to where I am today. The disappointments, the distraction, the delays, even the chaos, confusion, drama, all of it. It made me to where I am today. I'm glad I went through it because I got to see things in a different lens. Um, uh, I won't say people. I just got to see things for what they really are, if that makes sense. So again, I know y'all tired. This, I'm telling you, I've seen two different editorial ads. Yes, the polishes are probably like, these were at the time. Now some of them it was over $1, but the main ones that I have, they were $1. How I got that many? Every week, I would go because the store was close to my home. I could walk there when I lived, in my hometown. So I would go, and every other day when they would get their inventory in, and I would just get polishes, because I love doing my own things at home. I've always been sustainable. I guess that's part of maintaining and having a sustainable lifestyle. Because now, as things are, you need to be able to do a lot of things at home. A lot of things at home. But look, that's no dips to people, because for those who want to, because there was a time that I did, but when I wanted to change, I figured, hey, let me do a lot of things at home. That's why I love preparing my meals at home. I love cooking. I love seeing recipes and challenging myself. So that's why I guess what I want to say is, if you want to do content, and just go for it. Start where you are. That is so true. That is so true. If you take it from me, don't procrastinate. Just start, but make sure you have a plan. Know what you really want to do. Can't worry about the likes. Can't worry about the views. You can't worry about people commenting, because you're going to have people that follow you on all social media apps that's not going to like, comment, subscribe, share, none of that. They're just going to watch you. You just have to keep moving, stay focused, that's what I do. I stay focused. I stay in my own lane, my own race, and my own pace. So I hope this inspires someone. I hope that this can motivate someone to just start where you are. Start where you are. And I'm just thankful, because at the time when I was, like I said, I've always had the thought process of creating content. And I'll just go back to, this been since like 2008, 2009. But I'll fast forward to 2020. So I was in the process of trying to get the things that I thought that I needed to create the content. And I was going to be in the process of revamping and revitalizing my wardrobe, but that didn't happen. Life happened for me. And I don't like to talk about it, because that part of my life is private, and maybe one day I will, but for now. So I was in the process of doing that, and it just didn't happen that way. So I don't worry about all of the other stuff, like the likes of views. My community will find me. I will find my community. I'm creating content with what I have, and I am okay with that, because I am enjoying every moment. And last but not least, yesterday made 3 months that I consistently been doing live streaming every day. And I'm so thankful and grateful. I'm thankful and grateful for that. But anywho, this is just a Sunday rant. No outfit of the day. Just stay tuned for tomorrow. Stay tuned for what's ahead. Anywho, again, if you like this type of content where I do live streaming, this is not your typical fashion live videos. I do everyday looks, outfit of the days, get ready with me, do lifestyle, fashion, beauty, a little bit of DIYs, crafts, cooking, and I give a little bit of motivational, I hope. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share, turn your notification bells on, and follow me on all social media apps. My links will be down in the description box. Check out my posts here on my YouTube channel, and go back and watch all of my live streaming for me. Make sure you subscribe and like now. Anywho, as I always say, encourage yourself, believe in yourself. Never give up. Never let anyone write your story for you, and follow your own goals, dreams, and aspirations. And I hope everyone has a great day today on this Sunday. Peace out, beautiful people.